guys, what's going on? It's MJ Q&A! And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome question come in from customer of ours on Facebook. I don't know where he's from because it doesn't say on his Facebook profile, and he didn't tell us, but it's all good, man. Peter Shield. Peter wants to know, what is the difference between concentric and eccentric movements? Really good question, really basic principle to understand if you're gonna get serious about reaching your goals and building some serious muscle. Peter, let me ask you a question for you, man. Let me deal firstly with concentric, and then we're gonna deal with eccentric. Look, concentric movements are any movement where a muscle is under tension and it contracts and it shortens. So the best way I can do is I'm gonna use bicep curls, right? Because everyone knows your bicep curls where you got your dumbbells by your side and you're curling them up, right? That movement from the bottom of a bicep curl up when the bicep is contracting under force and it's shortening, that is a concentric movement, right? So it's we call it a contraction, a muscle contraction pretty much. And that movement is any exercise where a muscle is under force and it contracts and it shortens. That is a concentric movement. On the other hand, an eccentric movement is any movement where a muscle is under force and it lengthens. So if we talk about that exact same bicep curl, so it starts down here, you got that concentric movement to there, and then you got to go back down and it's under force. So that part, when you're coming back down, man, that's what we call the eccentric movement. So your eccentric movement is any movement where a muscle is under force and it lengthens under that force. So another good example is probably leg extensions. When you're on leg extensions, as you lift that leg extension up, as your heel comes towards the ceiling, that's a concentric movement. And then as your heel goes back down towards the floor, that's your eccentric movement. Now let me elaborate a little bit for you, Peter, as well, because this is quite important to understand, especially when you start doing things like force reps, negative reps, supersets, that kind of thing, is generally we are always much stronger in the eccentric phase of any movement than we are in a concentric phase. And what I mean by that is, go back to those bicep curls, you're always going to be able to take a weight, get it up here, and be able to control it down much heavier than you would be able to get a weight, take it from here, and contract it up. So when you start using that in terms of building muscle, it means, look, once a muscle has failed in the concentric range of the movement, so once you can't get that bicep curl up anymore, if you got a spotter, man, help that spotter get that weight up and then hold it. Hold it for as long as you can, and that's really gonna fatigue the eccentric movement of any exercise. And man, it goes across all exercises. So you can do those sort of things, we call them negatives, we call them force negatives, when somebody actually pushes down against your muscle, against you fighting against that weight, that's called a force negative. And those are little tips that you can use to get the best out of your training and to get some serious muscle development going on. Peter, thank you so much for your question. Awesome question. I hope I did a good job answering it for you. If you have a question that you want us to answer in MJ Q&A, you can drop us an email at qa@MassiveJoes.com, or you can drop us a message on our Facebook page or our Facebook wall. Just, man, pick up the phone and call us. I don't even care. We will do our best to answer your question in the very next edition of MJ Q&A. Hit the subscribe button here. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get all the latest and greatest episodes of MJ Q&A, raw reviews, in the gym with Team MassiveJoes, MJ's Masterclass, all of that cool stuff we're doing on YouTube. And guys, that is MJ Q&A, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.